say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight were the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. Holy God, out of your endless imagination, you spoke and creation came into being. From the vastness of the cosmos to the minuteness of the atom. And we gather here today as those who have explored your creation under academic guidance. We thank you for this institution, the staff, the families who have given support, and most of all, the students. Come now in this time of celebration that we might give you thanks and praise for the achievements and for the individuals who have supported these students in their studies. In the precious and holy name of the one known as the teacher and rabbi, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please take your seats. Reverend Kinsler, thank you for those inspiring words. And I want to thank Miss Jane Herlong. She has such a gift of song. And the Emerald City Brass for their renditions and their music before the service. Graduates, family members, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, friends, welcome to Piedmont Technical College commencement ceremony. It is indeed an honor to be here with you today. We would not be here had it not been for a lot of individuals that have come before us, that are still with us, and will come in the future. Piedmont Technical College was established in the 1960s by an act of the South Carolina General Assembly. And the technical college system that we're a part of has been the recipient of tremendous support over the years. And I'd like to thank those members of the South Carolina General Assembly that are here with us tonight. Senator Mike Gambrell and Senator Ford Mickelson, would y'all please stand? Let us thank you and recognize you. Representative John McCravey. Piedmont Technical College serves 7 counties in the Lakelands region of South Carolina, and tonight we're fortunate to have county council members with us. Well, I thought we did. I'm sorry. We did at the previous ceremony. We also are very fortunate to have a very strong foundation of Piedmont Technical College. The foundation's purpose is to raise private sector funds to enhance the educational programs and to provide scholarships for the students here at Piedmont Technical College so that we can remain affordable and accessible. I've said it many times before, you could have the best educational institution in the world next door to where you live, but if you can't afford it, it's not going to be a benefit to you. So we work very hard to ensure that our education is accessible and affordable and the scholarship dollars are there. We have with us tonight Mr. James Pfeiffer, who represents Greenwood County and is also the CEO of Self Regional Hospital. Mr. Pfeiffer, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. They've been tremendous supporters of the college ever since the college was established. Piedmont Technical College is governed by an area commission. The members of the commission are appointed or recommended by the members of the General Assembly for the county in which they serve, and then appointed by the governor to serve terms. Tonight on stage, and I'd ask you to please stand and remain standing until I've introduced the entire group. We have Mr. Rufus Sherrod, who represents Abbeville County, Ms. Jane Herlong, who is Vice Chairman representing Edgefield County. Dr. George Cohn is with us tonight, but he is not on stage. Mr. Peter Manning, who is on the foundation board also representing Greenwood County. We have Mr. Chuck Graves with us tonight, and Mr. Graves is a little under the weather, and we're sorry he's not in here with us, but we appreciate what he does and the support he gives us. And we have Mr. George Pearsall, who is chairman of the Area Commission and also the foundation board. Thank you all for your leadership you provide for the college. I know we also have Miss Betty Rose Horn I saw walk in, who is a prominent Greenwood educator and a member of the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education. She comes sneaking in late, but I saw her sit down over there. Betty Rose, would you please stand? Thank you for being here. We also have with us Mr. Rex Ward, Superintendent from District 52, here with us tonight. Rex, would you please stand? Thank you. It's a pleasure working in your school district. A building, college, if you don't have a faculty, if you don't have equipment, all you have is a building. We're fortunate here at Piedmont Technical College to have a wonderful faculty and staff. This time I'd like to ask the faculty sitting in front of me to please stand and be recognized. Let us thank you for all your work to help these students get where they are tonight. Please stand. I'd also like to ask the Piedmont Tech staff members that are in attendance tonight, please stand. Let us thank you for all you do. I got three things that I want to cover tonight that normally I would not go into a lot of detail on a lot of things at these ceremonies, because you're here to get your diplomas, you're here to hear the speakers and get out of here. Piedmont Technical College is very proud of our faculty, our college, and very confident in the programs that we deliver and provide to our students. Recently, or forever, for years, our university transfer students have been assured by the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education that their courses are transferable to any college or university in South Carolina. Recently, the college made the commitment to provide a guarantee, a warranty, if you will, to the students that are in career programs, that we guarantee your education. We guarantee the skills that you're taught. And if you cannot do the things that we certified that you can do, and it becomes necessary, we will retrain you at no cost. The Area Commission approved that policy. Tonight, you will be receiving a small card. Looks like a business card. But what that does, it describes the Piedmont Educational, Technical Education Guarantee. I'm very proud of this guarantee, and it's not made lightly. We are the first college in the state of South Carolina to say that we stand behind and we have your back for what we're training you to do. So I want to thank the Area Commission, I want to thank the faculty, and I want to provide recognition to all of them for a wonderful job they do so that we can establish this warranty program that's guaranteed. Thank you so much. Rex is here tonight. We have a wonderful dual enrollment program with his school district. At the previous program, graduation ceremony at 3 this afternoon, we had 17 students that have completed their high school. They had completed their completed their college associate degree. All of them were accepted for transfer to or had been already accepted to transfer to 4-year colleges and go in as juniors. I told them in that ceremony that is a remarkable achievement for somebody that young to be that dedicated to stay the course, and as a student that has not yet graduated from high school to already have earned an associate degree. We have students that are already doing that, and we have about 80 students that over the course of the next couple of months will complete certificates. And it's a testament to the leadership in the public schools, and it's also a testament, I think, to the dedicated folks here at the college that we want to make sure that we make educational accessible, affordable, and make the pathway to get from where you want to be, from where you need to be, as quickly as possible. That's the second thing I wanted to talk about. The third thing I want to talk about, how many of you noticed what's going on across the street when you're driving in? A lot of work going on over there. We're lucky that we've got a lot of industry located in this area. One of the challenges is workforce, to make sure we've got the workforce available to provide skilled employees to those employers. This year we celebrate an achievement of having finally got the funding through the local option sales tax, in Greenwood, through the South Carolina General Assembly, through the County Council of Greenwood, United States Department of Economic Development Administration, PTC Foundation, and other sources to put together a project that's going to be about a total of $20 million. And this will be the William H. Billy Odell, who is our former state senator who passed a few years ago, Upstate Center for Manufacturing Excellence. Just as the facilities we use today were put in place by those who come before us. When I came here, there was a project on the books. It was that building. Dr. Lex Walters, who had been here before me, had been promoting the project. The funding was not available. And one of the things that Dr. Walters had done was work with a family that owned that property, Mr. Elizabeth and Mr. Edward Moss. The property had been in the Moss's family for years. Edward farmed the land. Most people that knew Edward and Elizabeth would tell you they're the salt of the earth. They're people of integrity. They're people of honor. Last night, after the construction workers left, I was over walking the property. And as I walked the property, I could feel Edward's presence. I thought about all the years that he worked the land, the cattle he had on it. And you know, farmers have a unique job. They raise food not only for themselves, but they raise food for the family that they represent. They sell food and provide food for the rest of us so we don't starve to death. Edward and Elizabeth had no children. But what Edward and Elizabeth saw was the vision for what could be to come. The land may not ever produce another crop of a vegetable or raise cattle, but what it will produce provide is a location for this building to be built, which will be a place where dreams will come true. And I ran across a couple of things that I thought about, and one of the things that I'm going to briefly quote was called The Farmer's Creed by a gentleman named Frank Mann, who I absolutely have no idea who he is, but I adapted a few things on there, and a couple of them reminded me of the character of Elizabeth and Edward Moss. And he goes on to say, I believe an individual's greatest possession is their dignity, and that no calling bestows this more abundantly than farming. I believe hard work and honest sweat are the building blocks of a person's character. I believe children learn more values that will last a lifetime working on a farm. And I believe in Edward and Elizabeth decided that their property would, a year from now, we will have a beautiful building there, and we will be having a not groundbreaking, but a ribbon cutting. And I would like to invite each and every one of you to please come back, because
Good evening. We're really fortunate to have two of our graduates as speakers for this evening's ceremony, and our first speaker is Fonda Martin. A resident of Iva in Abbeville County, Fonda Martin first attended Piedmont Tech in 1991, earning an associate degree in computer technology with a concentration in programming in 1994. She is currently employed with the State Department of Health and Environmental Control, Abbeville Health Department, and has been taking online classes toward an associate degree in computer technology with a concentration in networking, which she will receive today. She's been married for more than 20 years, and Fonda enjoys spending time with her family and attending New Holly Light Missionary Baptist Church in Pendleton. And speaking after Fonda will be Jeff Crisp. Jeff worked his way through the public safety ranks in Greenwood. He gave little thought to higher education, but with talent that was clear to his superiors, Jeff worked in police investigations, becoming a lieutenant in 2011. He was promoted to captain of administration in 2015 and became a SWAT team leader. A volunteer fireman for more than 20 years, the married father of two also serves as fire chief at 96th Fire Department. At age 35, Crisp enrolled at Piedmont Tech, and today he proudly receives his degree in criminal justice. He's thankful for the support he received and urges others to follow their passion. So please join me in welcoming your speakers this evening, Fonda Martin and Jeff Crisp.
Good evening. It is both a pleasure and an honor to have this opportunity to stand before you all tonight to share my Piedmont Technical College experience. My name is Fonda Martin, and I'm excited to say that I'm an online student graduating with a degree in computer technology. This day has been a long time coming. My journey at Piedmont Tech has been both exciting and challenging for me. It was exciting because I found a new purpose and a new beginning for me in my career, starting with my career. The inspiring words of the DHEC IT department, who saw my eagerness and desire to learn, encouraged me to go back to school. They were an amazing bunch that would let me shadow them whenever they would come over to the local office to work. And I can't forget the rest of my work family, DHEC Abbeville County Health Department. If it weren't for all of them, I don't know if I'll be standing here before you all today. The journey has also been challenging because I allowed fear to creep into my heart and mind. You see, I earned a degree in computer technology in 1994. I thought I had already failed at pursuing a career in programming, and I let myself doubt that earning this next computer technology degree would really make a difference. I was so wrong for the doubts and the negative thoughts that I had. Prior to my return to Piedmont Tech in 2015, I was faced with a huge challenge that stopped me in my tracks. That challenge was the death of my biggest cheerleader, my grandfather, Eddie Moore Sr. I wanted to quit before I can even get started, but God's grace and the voice of my grandfather wouldn't let me quit. I can hear my grandfather saying, "Baby, just always remember, if you take one step, God will take two, only if you allow him." I decided to move forward and earned this degree for myself and my grandfather. Along this journey, more challenges would come. After registering for my first semester, my father became very ill. During the time of his illness, I will again allow fear to enter my mind and my heart. This time, fear would win. And I didn't take those classes, and I skipped the next 2 semesters as well. But God put other cheerleaders in my life who would encourage me. My cousins, Vanessa and Sharon, and my great aunt Ellen convinced me to go back to school. You girls really rock. So, I would enroll in classes again in 2016 to continue moving forward with the additional challenges of being married, working full-time, and dealing with a new online learning system. You see, as a fully online student, the conversion to desire to learn really tested me and my commitment to getting this degree. Roy T. Bennett said, "Life is about accepting challenges along the way, choosing to keep moving forward and savoring the journey." This time, I was not turning back, but moving forward. As you can see, God had plans for me not to quit and placed a good group of big supporters in my life who helped me to get to where I am today. I can stand here today without fear in my heart or mind to say, I have made it. First, I would like to thank God who makes all things possible. To my husband of 20 years, Tim, thank you for understanding and encouraging me to go to bed and not fall asleep on that kitchen table. To my aunts, Picolia and Annie, thank you for being that listening ear whenever I needed it. Thank you, Uncle Eddie, for always telling me, kiddo, you can do it. My brothers Jason and Jermaine, thank you for always telling me how proud you are of me. To the faculty and administration of Piedmont Technical College, it is imperative that I say thank you all for your excellent leadership, hard work, long hours, and patience. But I also must acknowledge one of Piedmont Tech's gems, Bill Cheeks. Thank you so very much. You have been an awesome instructor. Although I took online classes and never came into the classroom, you made me feel like I was right there in front of you and a part of the campus life. Mom and Dad, I didn't forget you guys, for you both have made me feel like the special lady that I am. Many thanks to you for your wise words. One big last thank you goes to Piedmont Tech's finest, the IT Help Desk team. Thank you, Lisa Lanford, for seeing that something special in me and tugging at me to give the internship a try. You and your team really allowed me to make the knowledge I gained in class come to life. You guys will never be forgotten. Now, to my fellow classmates, the time has come for a new chapter in our lives. I'm here as a witness to tell you that challenges will come, but don't let challenges place fear in your mind or your heart. And always remember, if you take one step, God will take two, only if you let him. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm certainly excited to see everyone here tonight. Friends, family, graduates. My name is Jeff Crisp, and I am a graduate from the Criminal Justice Program. I am absolutely honored and privileged to be here on this special day and be afforded the opportunity to share with you my story. But first, I would like to personally thank the faculty and administration of Piedmont Technical College. If not for their commitment to the vision and mission of Piedmont Tech, I may not be standing before you this evening. But we are all here to celebrate the accomplishment of the graduates. But what about those people in our lives who led us up to where we are now? Let's not forget those who provided love, support, and friendship to help us achieve our goals, for they are a part of our successes as well. But everyone's story is unique and important in their own way. Our story is the path we took that led us through all the successes and every failure in our lives. My story isn't one of great inspiration or filled with much triumph. However, it is mine. But my story begins with teachers telling me in high school, "Jeff, you better apply to a college when you graduate." My parents would also urge me to continue my education after high school. Well, I was that teenager that didn't listen to my teachers or my parents' good advice. So I went straight into the workforce after high school to chemical electronics. After 3.5 years, I was laid off when the plant closed. And let me tell you, that's never a good feeling. So I bounced around from jobs until I landed in public safety. Public safety wasn't always my first choice, but I was led to public safety early in life. I had an uncle that I looked up to when I was a child. He was the one that persuaded me to begin volunteering in the fire service at 16 years old. At first, I was just a kid wanting to do something cool on the weekends, like drive big fire trucks, crawl into burning buildings, and wear cool gear just to impress the girls. That wanting to do something cool quickly changed to a passion, to just wanting to help people. I've been in the volunteer fire service now for 20 years, and I am now the chief of the 96th Fire Department and have been for 3 of those years. And during this time, I've learned the value of helping others and the impact it has on both my life and the lives of those we help. I've learned that giving back to the community can be just as self-fulfilling as it is helpful to the community you serve. So I knew that a career in public safety was a great fit for me. I got to make money, support my family, help people, all while doing what I love. I mean, isn't that the dream job definition? So I began my public safety career at the Greenwood Fire Department in 2003. Although I enjoyed working at the fire department, something inside me always wanted more. So I transferred to the Greenwood Police Department in 2006, where I found exactly what I was longing for. I was able to provide comfort in a time of tragedy, hug a child when he's going through things that no child should ever have to endure, or put a smile on someone's face just for doing my job. A police officer wears many hats, and the opportunity to provide unmeasurable positive impact to so many lives. And that is what I love about being in public safety. So I work through the ranks and remain at the Greenwood Police Department today as captain over administration. And throughout my career, I began to realize the importance of higher education. It allows us to be better prepared and competitive in the workforce, yet still remained an afterthought for me. I went on to marry my beautiful wife, April, in 2005. And now I have 2 little boys, 8 and 2. And I thought my chances of going to college were over because I had a family of my own to support now. Well, I was wrong. At 35 years old, I found myself looking for assistance programs that would benefit, a guy like me. It was then, 2016, that I realized that I could afford to further my education at Piedmont Tech. However, it was still very much a challenge to be a full-time student, employee, a husband, a father, and manage to be a volunteer as well. And without the tuition programs and the support of my family, I would not be standing on this stage before you today. So I would like to share with you a few quotes that remind me to keep pushing. If you don't step forward, you are always in the same spot. And if you don't go after what you want, you will never have it. And a great quote by Henry Ford: whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. And in closing this evening, I would encourage every graduate here to go after your dreams, no matter how distant they may seem, because there is no substitute for hard work. Never give up, never look back, and keep moving forward. Congratulations, class of 2019, and welcome to the next chapter.
Presidential medallions are presented during graduation exercises to persons who have distinguished themselves in service to Piedmont Technical College. Recipients include Piedmont's Area Commission and Foundation board members, citizens in our 7 county service area communities, faculty, and staff. Our first recipient is Senator Mike Gambrell. Honeypath native, public servant, and businessman, Mike Gambrell served in the South Carolina House of Representatives from 2006 until 2016. Upon the untimely death of Senator Billy Odell, he was elected to the South Carolina Senate for District 4, a role in which he continues to serve. He graduated from Belton Honeypath High School, attended Palmetto Boys State, and graduated from Clemson University with a degree in business administration. He's the sole owner of M&R Enterprises, has been a volunteer firefighter for decades, and remains active in his community and church. Gambrell and his wife, Renee, live in Honeypath on a farm once owned by his grandparents. Thank you, Senator Mike Gambrell. Our next recipient is Representative John McCravey III. But as he comes out, I want to take us just a minute to recognize Representative McCravey's father. We're very fortunate that Mr. John R. McCravey Jr. is in our audience this evening with his wife, Meg. Now, where you're sitting, I'm not sure, but I'd like for you to stand if you are able. If not, we just want to recognize you. Mr. McCravey was instrumental in starting the South Carolina State 2+2 Bridge Program in engineering, and he's a former faculty member of Piedmont Technical College. He retired from here 21 years ago. So please help me to welcome Mr. John McCravey Jr. and his wife, Meg. Thank you for being here. Now, Representative John McCravey III, Greenwood attorney and South Carolina House of Representatives member, Representative John R. McCravey III began his legal career as staff attorney for the Supreme Court of South Carolina. Subsequent positions included city attorney for Greenwood and founding partner at McCravey, Newland, and Sturkey Law Firm. He formerly served on the board of the South Carolina Supreme Court Commission on Grievances and Discipline. McCravey was elected to the state legislature in 2016. He has a bachelor's in sociology with a minor in political science from Clemson University and received his Juris Doctorate degree from the University of South Carolina School of Law. He and his wife, Dana, have 2 grown children and 2 grandchildren. Thank you, Representative John McCravey III. Our next representative is Ms. Mamie Mickelson. Mamie Mickelson has served as program officer at the Self Family Foundation in Greenwood for nearly 2 decades. She earned her bachelor's degree in business from Limestone College, and she also holds an associate degree in business from Piedmont Technical College. Ms. Nicholson served on the Board of Trustees of Lander University from 1996 to 2016. And in 2017, the South Carolina House of Representatives adopted a resolution expressing appreciation for her longtime service to Lander. She also has served on numerous other boards, including Self Regional Healthcare, the Greenwood County Community Foundation, the United Way, and the Greenwood Rotary Club. She's married to South Carolina Senator Floyd Nicholson, and they live in Greenwood. Thank you, Ms. Mamie Nicholson. Mr. Jim Pfeiffer is our next recipient. Self Regional Healthcare President and CEO Jim Pfeiffer has been an instrumental cog in the wheel that is the Greenwood Promise, an organization dedicated to providing scholarships that offset post-secondary tuition balances for every high school graduate living in Greenwood School Districts 50, 51, or 52. A longtime leader in healthcare administration, he also serves on numerous governing boards, including Health Sciences South Carolina, the South Carolina Hospital Association, Palmetto Hospital Trust, the Greenwood Partnership Alliance, the Foundation for Greater Greenwood County, Piedmont Technical College Foundation, Salvation Army, and the Greenwood Regional Rehabilitation Hospital. Pfeiffer earns a Bachelor in Biology and an MBA in Finance from Florida State University. Thank you, Mr. Pfeiffer. And our final recipient is our own Mr. Josh Lindsay. With a master's degree in public safety and criminal justice, Ms. Josh Lindsay has served part-time as an assistant municipal court judge in Clinton since 2015. He's a former SLED special agent and police station manager for the UN mission in Kosovo. He also served with the Greenville County Sheriff's Department and Spartanburg Public Safety Department. Lindsay began at Piedmont Tech as an adjunct criminal justice instructor in 2008, coming on full-time in 2011 as the program's director, and last year he was promoted to Dean of Business Information Technology, Public Service, and Commercial Arts. He's also a children's author, and he released his first book this year. Congratulations, Josh.
This part of the ceremony allows us an opportunity to recognize those students who have excelled academically in their majors. In your program, you will notice that the names of some students are marked by stars. This indicates honor status. These students are wearing gold tassels. A single star indicates that a student is graduating with a grade point average between 3.5 and 3.74 on a 4.0 scale. Will all graduates with 1 star please stand and be recognized? A double star indicates that a student is graduating with a 3.75 to 3.99 grade point average. Will these students please stand? A triple star indicates that a student is graduating with a perfect 4.0. That means these students have successfully completed every course taken with a grade of A. Will these students please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. The college is also proud to sponsor several honor societies, and the members of those organizations will be recognized at this time. Will the members of Tau Upsilon Alpha and their advisors please stand? Okay. Will members of Phi Theta Kappa and their advisors please stand? You will see these students are wearing gold stoles. These students are members of Phi Theta Kappa, a national honor society for associate degree students. A cumulative grade point average of 3.5 is required for membership. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to ask our presidential ambassadors to please stand. These students exemplify loyalty and service to Piedmont Technical College. Chosen for their academic achievement, leadership skills, and a willingness to give back to the college, presidential ambassadors represent the college and our president, Dr. Brooks, at various events, and we thank them for all they do. I also understand we have several veterans graduating today. Will these students please stand? Thank you for your service. At this time, I would like to ask our county award winners to please come forward. Each year, the Piedmont Technical College Area Commission presents awards to students from each county who have earned the highest grade point average on a cumulative basis in an associate degree or diploma program. These students have demonstrated outstanding academic excellence, and we congratulate them for their accomplishment. Members of our area commission will be presenting these awards. First, I'd like to ask Rufus Sherrod, Commissioner from Abbeville County, to come forward to present the first award. The first recipient is a diversified agriculture major, Rose Linker. Thank you, Mr. Sherrod. Next, would Jane Herlong, the Commissioner from Edgefield County, please come forward. The next recipient is a major in general technology with a specialization in gunsmithing, Mark Jevons. Thank you, Ms. Herlong. Would Peter Manning, the Commissioner from Greenwood County, please come forward? The next recipient is an electronic engineering technology major, Corey Boyder. Also from Greenwood, the next recipient is an accounting major, Kat Stokes. The next recipient is a computer technology major with an emphasis in networking, Amber Todd. Thank you, Mr. Manning. Would George Pearsall, Commissioner from Newberry County, please come forward? Mr. Pearsall will be standing in for the Lawrence County Commissioner this evening, and our final recipient is a computer technology major with an emphasis in programming, Andre Singleton, Jr. Thank you, Mr. Pearsall. Let's have a round of applause for all our county award winners.
Well, graduates, this is an exciting time for you. You've worked hard. Some of you have been recognized already, and all of you are about to be recognized at this point. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the college, congratulations on your accomplishments, and we have been privileged to have you here as a member of Piedmont Technical College's family. It's now time to recognize the candidates for certificates, diplomas, and degrees. As the graduates are recognized, I would like to ask members of the audience to please hold your applause until after all graduates have received their awards. Dr. Brooks, Mr. Pearsall, members of the Area Commission, honored guests, and members of the audience. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, it's my privilege and honor to present to you the candidates for certificates, diplomas, and degrees for the May 2019 graduating class of Piedmont Technical College. Assisting Dr. Brooks and Mr. Pearsall will be the Dean of the Division. Mr. Josh Lindsay, Dean of Business Information Technologies and Public Service, will assist first. Presenting the graduates will be Mr. David Rosenbaum, Associate Dean of Students. Will the graduates please come forward?
Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, major in Administrative Office Technology, Accounting Concentration, Mary Ellen Santiago. Major in Administrative Office Technology, Medical Coding and Billing Concentration, Rebecca Lynn Hammett. Jennifer Libby. Casey M. Oots. Angelique Marie Rowland. Major in Administrative Office Technology, Medical Concentration, Crystal L. Baker. Angelica Michelle Dorn. Jennifer A. Garcia Orozco. Kirsten Noel Manus. Ebony Rochelle Neal. Kimball Liddell Williams. Receiving an Office Technician Certificate, Brian Adams. Renata Shante Key. Stacy Hatfield. Major in Business Administration, Andrea H. Bookman. Titikan Daurung. Letisa C. Gilchrist. Amber Noel Perry. Ashley Nicole Palatti. Simon Savidra Alguin. Faith Antoinette Shepard. Major in Business Administration, Accounting Concentration, Lacey Lynn Brown. Markeisha Day. Megan L. Goodwin. Emma E. McCall. Bradley Nehe. Kat Stokes. Accounting certificate, Lisa E. Robinson. Major in Business Administration, Management Concentration, Leanna L. Kiker. Carl J. Palmore. Teresa Elaine Price. Tashobia Monty Suber. Major in Business Administration, Office Management Concentration, Kokitha Harrison. Tijuana Kiera Murray. Aubriana Weidman. Janessa K. Wright. Major in General Technology, Photography with Advertising Design Concentration, Rebecca E. Thornton. Photography Certificate, Zachary A. Rapley. Major in Computer Technology, Networking Concentration, Fonda P. Martin. Amber Ray Todd. Programming Concentration, Kendall Davis Ryans. Andre Renardo Singleton, Jr. Major in Criminal Justice, Deidre E. Bland. Jeffrey Brian Crisp. Noe Gutierrez Alvarado. Alexander Brian Hester. Alexis Lombardo. Jasper Lopez Moore. Amber Smith. Major in Early Care and Education, Carly Jo Bannister. Mansell Scott Brewington, Jr. Melissa Danielle Hauser. Kamoria Leak. Tanisha Sherelle Maddox. Shanna Nicole Oots. Princess Laquika Sturkey. Talia R. Tucker. Major in Human Services, Bridget Aiken. Anna Elizabeth Carman. Sharon Denise Logan. Ariel Shalisa Sanders. Kimberly Yvonne Woodard. Now congratulating the graduates from the Engineering and Industrial Division, Dr. Hadi Hamid, Dean of that division. Receiving an Associate in Applied Science, Major in Electronic Engineering Technology, Corey Mackenzie Boyder. Derek Hughes. Shamika Shantae Martin. William Aaron Rouse. Major in Engineering Design Technology, Genesis Hernandez. Clyde Langton Holmes III. Nathan Davis Knox. Summer Kirsten Lee. Major in Mechanical Engineering Technology, Justin Avery Smith. Shaquille Thompson. Major in Automotive Technology, John P. Day. Major in Building Construction Technology, Caleb Austin Harold. Yolanda Moore. Alexander Raed Rakabi. Major in Diversified Agriculture, Dylan Burkett. Hunter A. Gibson. Ashland Rosemary Linker. Branson McLean. Brittany Mitchell. Haley Allison Organ. Major in Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning Technology, Joshua Aaron Moore. Zachary T. Smith. Gregory O. Wells, Jr. Major in Mechatronics Technology, Caleb Nicholas Hedden. Michael E. Hilly. Robert D. James II. George Anthony Jones. Dylan Powell. Michael Ritchie. John Vernon. Major in General Technology, Gunsmithing Concentration, Mark Scott Jebbins. Gregory P. Winters.
Will all the graduates please stand? Please join me in congratulating the May 2019 graduating class of Piedmont Tech. Congratulations, graduates. We ask that all guests in the audience please remain in your place for the benediction and the recessional. Thank you.
Graduates, go forth with minds filled with knowledge, hearts strengthened in relationships and love, and spirits empowered by encouragement, by the power of your Creator, in the name of our Lord. Amen.